Hello, good morning everybody. Back out here on the farm looking at the cows this morning, and wanted to talk to you about a very simple subject. You see these cows are out here eating on this field, and there's not as much forage that is growing on this field compared to some of my other fields. And I think the main reason for that is this is actually a hay field that we cut hay off of earlier this year, to be able to get some of our hay to be able to take care of us through the winter. But I think, and when I say I think, that means I cannot prove, but I think that we have stripped out so many nutrients that is given to this ground, because we did lime it before the hay started growing. And whenever we cut the hay off of it, we definitely stripped that nutrient and basically the soil's food away from it. And we didn't lime it back to be able to put that nutrients back into the soil. So what we're doing now with rotational grazing, as you can see, this is a very large paddock for 16 cows. I mean, this is way too much. This really, if this was a little bit more grown, and it was growing better, I would say this should last for this could almost last for a week, this big of an area. But the grass isn't growing as well. So this is what we're going after right here. We're wanting to get as much cow manure spread around on this acreage as possible to be able to provide our own fertilization system. And these cows are the ones that are providing that for us right now. And I know this is technically what I should be doing is I should be putting them in a much smaller paddock to be able to make sure that the manure is spread around in the field the right way. Make sure I get as much coverage per square footage or square, yard, whatever you want to call it. The goal is to get one manure pad for every square foot. That's going to take a lot of time, obviously, but that's kind of the plan. And you can see all these cows. We're still in the process of buying some more cows to be able to put out here. They're going to be older cows. These right here are, I don't know what you call them, but basically they're 3-year-old cows. They are all but, when we last had them preg checked 2 months ago, of course, these 3 right there, they're brand new to the farm. Those 2 small ones, they're not pregnant. They're only 10 months old now. And this red South Pole heifer, she should be bred. She was supposed to have already been bred, but we didn't have her preg checked before she came here. I was more going for a full-blooded South Pole cow to have in the herd. But all of these girls, except for 2, were preg checked, and now we're hoping that those 2 last ones, since Cadillac has come into the herd, has been able to help out with those 2 cows to be able to make sure that everybody has a calf. And if they don't have a calf, they're not going to be able to stay here on the farm. Just because we've got to feed these girls all through the winter. And if there's a cow that is not going to produce a calf, well, she's got to pay her way. Unfortunately, it's either by helping us increase our herd size or being able to sell her to the sale yard, basically, or sell her for meat, which we are doing custom orders for that. So hopefully we'll be able to start selling some meat next August. But you can see all these cows are looking really good and healthy. I think the big part is just, it's a great time of year, honestly. August, I'm making sure that they do have shade in the back with those trees right back there. Those trees provide cover for them. And I'm gonna have to show you guys, but there's a thing called landscape mode and body score mode that I'm going to create a video on, but it talks about how to use your cows to help clean up your land. And I know that all you great farmers, much more experienced than I am, know all about that, but it's really unlocked a little piece of my mind to the unlimited options you have with these cows. But that's a little bit of the update from the farm, and hope to see you next time. Have a great one.